Investee and giving everybody a chance rather than Mpumalanga as media. When the wild and twins add up to hundreds, you know you're listening to the rock.
The time is 20 minutes past 5. You just tuned in. You are listening to Taking Care of Business here on Rise FM. Now, the National Empowerment Fund has approved 6.1 million rand loan for manufacturing company here based in Mpumalanga that will help create more jobs and expand the local economy. Times 10 Workwear, which is 100% black woman-owned clothing manufacturing company that specializes in workwear, protective clothing, school uniform, and general fabric manufacturing. Now, if you're a business or entrepreneur wondering what the National Empowerment Fund is about and how can your business ultimately qualify for similar financial assistance, well, then you are at the right place today because I'm going to be speaking to the regional manager here in Mpumalanga, Lebogang Phasha, for more information on this very, very important institution within. Mr. Phasha, quickly, if you can just quickly explain it to us, what is the NEF and what does it ultimately do and how different is it, for instance, from the NYDA? How different is it from the Mpumalanga Economic Growth Agency that we have here in the province? How different is it, for instance, from HIPAA?
So, simply put, I'd say that the NEF is the only funding institution or government funding institution that has a mandate to bring Black economic empowerment or economic empowerment of Black people to life. We only fund Black people, no one else but Black people as defined in the legislation. And what really makes us different is that we fund from 250,000 all the way up to 75 million. So we fund across a very broad spectrum of businesses in terms of size. We also fund across a very broad spectrum of businesses in terms of activity. So in the finance sector, we say that we are sector agnostic. So we fund all types of businesses except some businesses. So it's cigarettes, it's healthcare businesses there.
But quickly, Mr. Phasha, I mean, a lot of people would say the proof is in the pudding, isn't it? A lot of people want to hear about these particular success stories. Especially in the Mpumalanga province. Can you give us examples of businesses, for instance, that have been funded successfully by the NEF and are thriving as we speak?
So we've got a number of examples. Like right now, our office is based in, our regional office is in Nelspruit, but right now I'm in Middleburg and I'm visiting one of the facilities that was funded by the NEF to scale up. And this particular business is manufacturer of HDPE pipes. So these are these big black plastic pipes. And we funded this business to scale up from the level it was at. So the owner or the founder of this business had taken a pension fund and started out something small and really needed to grow. And we funded this business for close to 40 million rand. It's based in Middleburg and it's the only black-owned HDPE pipe manufacturer in the space. It supplies a lot of mining clients. It's a business called Sika Plastic Pipes. And I was visiting them today to make sure that the funding that we put into the business is going into the right areas, but also to provide support. And that's the other unique thing that we do at the NEF. We don't just give people money, but we also provide the necessary support. So I'm assisting the entrepreneur and the employee to make sure that he is able to realize the benefits of this funding. So both in terms of capacity, but also in terms of growing his clientele base. And we're making sure that he can get an alternative energy solution as well for the business. And a really important thing is partnerships for us. This particular business was not only funded by us, but it was funded by us in partnership with the Steve Trade, their local municipality, who we have a special fund with to fund local businesses in the Middleburg to Andrina area. So that whole municipal area.
Now, my next question is three-pronged here. Mr. Phasha, one is that a lot of people that are listening to the show are in rural areas, some of them are in the township for that particular matter, and they're interested in what you're currently saying. I want to know, what are some of the key sectors that are growing in these particular areas, whether it be in the rural areas and the township areas as well, and what challenges have you guys seen around that? Secondly, I would want to know if somebody's listening right now, how do they apply for funding with the NEF, and do you guys assist with business plans?
So I'll start at the end. We definitely do assist with business plans. We're currently revising our website. We have a special website dedicated to dealing specifically with business plans, and we are revising that, but our pre-investment function at our head office does assist with some of that sort of work. And then looking at the sectors that we get excited about with the NEF, these are all of the spaces that create jobs, that create value beyond just the primary activity. So, for example, we look at agriculture, but we're not really that excited about only primary agriculture. We want to see Black people participating in beneficiation or processing of these products. So moving from just farming maize to milling the maize and creating a product in that space, we really love that sort of space, and we almost split into almost two economies. We've got the low-fat that focuses quite a lot on the agri and tourism sector. We've done quite a lot of funding in the agri space in terms of broiler chickens and layer chickens. We've done other investments as well, going beyond that as well, looking at the nut sort of space. So we're looking at high value commodities like macadamias. And on the tourism side, we've partnered with the NPPA, and in that space we've funded the first lodge within the Blader River Canyon resort or reserve area. And that particular investment we funded last year, and we're hoping to break ground in the next month or two. And that's going to be a real big game changer for the people who visit that part of the country. So looking at the Bergvlak and the whole Blader area, including the Three Round Doubles area, which have a Black-owned resort inside the reserve, so you can really experience the canyon. Then looking at the Highfield area, we focus on more industrial sort of businesses. So I've mentioned one that is a plastics manufacturing business. And coincidentally, we've got another business that we've co-funded with the Steve Trade municipality called Electrotron that makes mine safety equipment. So it's an electronics business, something that's not very common for Mpumalanga. We know from industrial versus electronics manufacturing. We've managed to support this business together with the municipality, and we funded them as well twice to do the initial funding for them to take over a business, then also done follow-on funding to help them scale up. So we provided them with more than 40 million of funding to scale up their business. So they look at safety equipment specifically for conveyor belt systems in the mining sector. And I've heard some good news from them as I'm in Middleburg that they are looking at also exporting across SADC the kind of products that they make locally.
That sounds fantastic. Then, Mr. Phasha, but quickly, in just closing, we've got about 30 seconds left here. How do we get in touch with the NEF if I'm interested in your services?
So there are a number of different ways you can get in touch with us, but we are available. The main one is our website, which is www.nefcorp.co.za, www.nefcorp.co.za. And then we're also on social media. Definitely follow us on YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. On X, we are at NEFcorp, NEFcorp. And then also people can follow me as well. Lebogang Phasha, I'm on Facebook, I'm quite active there, and also on LinkedIn.
Yeah. Well, always a pleasure chatting to you. I know you and I have bumped into each other quite a number of times, and we speak passionately as well about the business of funding there. But thank you so much for joining us here on Taking Care of Business on Rise. And please do enjoy the rest of your afternoon, sir.
Thank you very much, and a great afternoon to all the Rise FM listeners across the province.